based on students' context. Yes. So it's not a secret that the educational system doesn't fully grasp the importance of a second language. Yeah, so especially given that in public schools, it's created as just another subject rather than as a language itself. I think, oh my God, sorry, I don't share because I'm going to start first talk about educative system. Yes, I'm sorry. So first it's educative system, and I start again. So the like I said before, it's not a secret that the educational system has a really big problem. Yes, because the language is as a subject, but not a language. Yes, so this creates a challenging scenario for students. Yes, who in most cases receive only 2 or at most 3 hours of language instruction per week. Yes, so I think that this is the first issue. Yes, this is the first important issue. The second issue is that in public schools, educators are assigned to teach the subject, but in many cases, teachers are not truly interested in teaching it because they prioritize is the correct pronunciation, sorry, other subject. Yes, for example, a student from the school where I work once told me, teacher, this year was terrible for me in English, and I asked why. Yes, so and she responds me, it's because in my previous school, the teacher who taught us was an older lady. And some weeks she would teach us one day, and other weeks we wouldn't even have the class. So I don't know, but can you imagine the significant issue this creates in public institutions when it comes to the second language? It's terrible. Yeah, so the theory um, is that the educational system aims to evaluate students from rural areas and towns the same way it evaluates urban students. Yes, so they are evaluated using a standardized test. Yes, so we need to consider that students who arrives at school without breakfast doesn't think the same way as one in the city who generally has 3 meals a day. Yes, so furthermore, it's clear um, that rural and urban students face different realities and contexts. Um, Therefore, unfortunately, they should not be evaluated through standardized methods. Yes, so this for that. And problematics of students that don't learn in context. Yes, so considering the points above, students generally don't enjoy learning because they don't understand it. Thus, as a teachers, we must find ways to motivate our students to develop an interest in this language that opens so many doors. So, being responsible for teaching this language means we need to inspire interest in students. Um, it's essential to understand and analyze our students along with their social and cultural context. Addressing these aspects can help solve issues that arise when teachers don't teach with their students' context in mind. Yeah, so some of the common issue include, for example, a lack of motivation due to a disconnect with the topic, making students feel it's irrelevant because it doesn't relate to their immediate reality. And the second is difficulty in understanding and applying the language. Without knowledge how to apply the language, yes, it's really difficult. So it's changing to understand. So if students are thought using material related to something familiar to them, um, it makes their language are meaningful. Yes. So, and the last issue that I can see is learning inequalities. Yes. So, as students from different social, economic, and cultural backgrounds may face specific obstacles. Yes. So, this compels the educators to adapt teaching to their context to ensure that their learning improves significantly. Okay, so for that, so the next one is what is teach based on context. So, given the points mentioned above, it's essential to emphasize that teaching according to students' context involves analyzing the students, recognizing their strengths and challenges, and building uh, from there to address the topics that need to be covered, yes, for the students. If the teachers, if the teacher teaching context, the benefits are numerous. For instance, I think that it can be students' interest, maybe see, interest would increase, yes, the motivation increase. Inclusion within the institution would be promoted, and students would be better prepared for real life. Yes, so, and beyond simply teaching the subject, students
You got
would
one
be,
more minute, okay? You got 1 more minute, only 1 minute.
okay, students would be better prepared for real life. I think that is I it's there. So I think that beyond simply teaching the subject, students would be empowered to change their lives and social realities. We should remember that learning a second language opens doors and job opportunities. And you need to understand that there are a lot of students in towns and urban areas that learn a new language would be great. Yes, so the last one is the conclusion. So, in conclusion, I believe that teachers need to be aware of the social and economic reality of their students to deliver inclusive and meaningful classes. By doing so, I'm confident that the students will progress more effectively and more quickly than if the teacher provides standardized classes without consider how to truly reach their students. Yes, so that is all. That
Perfect.
was the
Good job.
reference. Okay, thanks a
Okay,
lot.
cool. All right. No, you good job. Okay,
Oh
perfect. Oh
my
my gosh,
God.
that was perfect. I really like what you did right there. You can just go ahead and stop. Yeah, you can stop sharing your screen. That's fine. I do have a couple of
Oh,
questions
okay.
for you. As a matter of fact, I think I'm
Okay.
gonna ask you only one question. But before I do, hey, your English is very impressive, Stefania. Your English is pretty good. I'm impressed. That was
Teacher,
pretty good.
everything I memorized. I
No, but that's
studied
fine.
for 1 week everything that I said because I was really nervous, and the nervous it's terrible on me because I forgot everything. So
No,
so
but good job, Stefania, for really
yeah.
like even though you were nervous, you still pulled it off and you did a great job. Like your English is pretty good. I'm not even kidding. I'm serious. You did a great job. I want to ask you only one question based on on your presentation, and it's about you know children in poverty, right? Children in poverty that like how can how can yourself be a part of a solution? Like how can like right now, not in a year, not in 2 years after you graduated or anything, but right now, how can you be a part of a real solution for those students in poverty? What do you say?
First, I want to analyze the students because every student or every institution has a different context. Yes. Then I want to planning a class focus on the specific needs of every institution or every student. No, because there are a lot of students. Yes. So institution and the problems that they can have. Yes. So maybe if they have a difficult social context, we can prepare class with hands materials, and maybe we can focus on the maybe the layers or the paper that I can give them for different activities, innovators activities like cut and paste and everything, for that they can enjoy the learning English. Yes, because learning English is really boring. Yes, and the vocabulary, learn vocabulary is really boring. So I guess that is the solution. You need to analyze, always analyze the students, and planning your class depending on the context, social, culture, and anything else.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect. I really like what you say there. Good job. Guys, do you guys have any questions for Stefania, or are you good? If there's no
Yes,
questions, we can
teacher.
move forward. Okay, you have a question for her. Go ahead.
Uh, Stephanie, uh, uh, do you think uh, do you think teaching and content applies only to teaching a second language, or does it extend it to other subjects as well?
Good question.
No, I think it implies for all subjects, yes, for maths, science, and even more for social studies. So I think that it doesn't any importance in this. Yes.
That's a good answer. I really like what you said right there. Like everything has to be taught in context. Because if we lose the focus on that we could end up just wasting everybody's time. Good job. Okay, any other question for her? Or
Yes, teacher. Estefania, why would teaching based on students' context promote inclusion?
Uh, It because inclusion is not only about modifying the classroom to include children or people with special educational needs. Yes, so I think that it's also about making the necessary modification to uh, pro- promote. I don't remember what is the word. It's modification to guarantee a quality education. It's maybe for that and that.
okay, all right, good. I like that very much. Okay, perfect. I think it's time. 2 to 3 questions is more than all right. Okay, Estefania, good job. Like I'm, like I said, I'm impressed. Good job on that one.
Thanks, teacher. Thanks a lot.
Keep on rocking, keep on rocking. You're on the right path for sure. Okay,
Excuse
my
me,
friend
teacher.
Arlie, what happened to you, man?
Ay, no me digas.
Don't you
I,
tell me you've been speaking all this time by yourself, because that'd be crazy for you to say that right now. Really.
excuse me, teacher. So I was speaking. You
You were
don't.
speaking by yourself, brother, because we just heard Stefania's presentation. So now you are
Oh,
in the last in the route, okay? Now, Arlie, now you have to wait, okay? Now you have to wait because we couldn't hear you. We lost your connection, and then, Stefania went ahead and presented um, her topic. So now you are going last, all right? So who wants to go now from the girls? Adriana, Lindsay, or Karen? Who wants to go now?